What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the program, the teaching program that I'm in here in South Korea. So the program is called GOE, the Gyeongnam Office of Education. And I know I've had a few people ask me, what is GOE? What's the difference from EPIC and GEPIC? Like, what is it? How's your experience? I can't find a lot of information about GOE. Can you please tell me your personal experience? Because some people have seen my previous video of my apartment tour, my GOE apartment tour. So I thought I should go ahead and make some more videos so people will know, so that you can have an idea of what you're getting yourself into and if it's any different from EPIC and GEPIC. So if this is what you're looking for, continue watching and I will make sure that I make a ton of more videos so that you can see other things that are going on in my life, other things that pertain to GOE and just my experience here in South Korea. In this video, I'm going to talk about my recruiting agency. I'm going to talk about the process, and also I'm going to talk about my first steps here in South Korea. So continue watching if this is what you're looking for. So first off, I want to talk about my recruiting agency. My recruiting agency is called Corvia. If you want to check them out, go to corvia.com. I highly recommend them. They have been recommended by YouTube stars that, like some of the people that I watched before I even came to Korea. They have a huge following base and they use Corvia. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the plunge. They're reputable. They look very professional. So I went ahead and applied for Corvia, and they got back to me fairly quickly, maybe like a day or two. They got in contact with me, and then we set up an intro interview, like just to get to know me and get to know who I am and where I would fit the best, if I'm even a good fit as a teacher. So I really liked that I was able to talk to them first and kind of get a feel of what I'm getting myself into and what to expect in the interview. So I started the application process. I started filling out the application, started sending in my documents, and I got accepted to have an interview with EPIC. So EPIC was the first program that I tried to get into, right? So everything was fine. I got an interview, right? So I'm getting ready for my interview, and the internet actually would not work on my computer. I'm like, okay, I talked to my recruiter all the way in Korea on Skype, and now you don't want to work? Like, the interviewer was in Korea and my recruiter was in Korea. How come my computer's not working now? Of course it would happen during my most important interview, right? So I was like, crap. So we rescheduled my interview. So the next time I had my interview, I actually went to my university where we had, great internet connection. And so then I started the interview. The interview sucked. My interview was so horrible. Like, I really wasn't prepared. I was really nervous. And if you know me, like, I hate interviews. Interviews are just the worst for me. And it takes lots and lots of practice for me to be very confident in my interviews. But I have noticed that I'm getting better and better at them. So I'm like, thank you, Lord. But anyway, I bombed. So I thought I bombed the interview, right? So then I get an email and it says, oh, congratulations, you've been selected as one of the EPIC teachers. I'm like ecstatic. I'm like, so then a few hours later, I get an email saying, oh, we didn't mean to send you that email. You weren't actually chosen. And talk about somebody being heartbroken. My heart was broken to pieces. I was shattered. My dreams they were
here, but now they're gone, shattered on the ground.
There was no hope. So then my recruiting agency, they're so awesome. They're so nice. They were actually like, hey, don't worry. We can get you into another program, or we can get you into a Hagwon or something like that. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me try GOE. So I go to GOE, the GOE part on Corvia's page. I go see, what's required, and my recruiter also helped me tell me, what's required, what do I need, for GOE. So GOE, actually, the process is pretty much the same as applying for EPIC. So let me tell you what you need, okay? I have a list here on my computer, right? So number one, you need your GOE application form. Okay, fill it out. It's pretty much like the EPIC application, so don't freak out. You need 2 recommendation letters. You need a photocopy of your passport, photocopy of your degree or degree confirmation letter. You need a photocopy of your TOEFL or self-test certificate, and a 2 to 5 minute introductory video. You'll send all that in, send it to your recruiter. You know, Corvia, they will help you every single step of the way. So don't worry, they can tell you everything that you need, anything that's missing, they will help you get to it. So I send in all of my information, and I get a notice that GOE wants to have an interview with me. And so I'm like, okay, all right, we're back in this thing, Kiana, we're back in this thing, right? So then I have my interview. Like, my interviewer with GOE was cool. He was really nice, really easy to talk to. We had a few laughs, and maybe a week later, I got an acceptance letter into GOE, and I was like,
I'm back in it, Kiana. You in it now, girl. Yeah.
so I was so ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, please don't be another stump letter. And I'm like, oh, I really didn't make it, but I was pretty confident about my interview this time. I was really confident. So nothing bad happened, thankfully. So I got my next steps, you know, what else I needed to send in. Oh, you also need your background check. So make sure you get that too. You need your background check. You need that apostille. So don't forget your background check. That's very important. Make sure you do that far in advance, please. Because it can take a while. It can take a while to get back unless you use a channeler, which that's a whole nother thing. I don't know why I brought it up, but anyway, Corvia can help you because that's where I heard it from, a channeler. And I use a channeler, and I got my background check pretty fast, less than 2 weeks, I think, less than a week. It was really fast. But anyway, so I get accepted into GOE. I send in the rest of my documents. And when I found out that I got accepted, I literally had 1 month to get all of my documents in and sent it into Corvia. I had to mail everything to Korea. I was still waiting for my diploma, and I had to get it apostille. That took 2 weeks of the month, and it was just so last minute. And I had to expedite everything, but Corvia was really cool. They really were like, okay, send this first, you know, we can get your diploma later, just send this in right now, and then you can send it once you get it. And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you for working with me, because I thought that if I didn't have that document with the rest of my stuff, I thought that I was, you know, gonna lose my position. But they really worked with me, and I really appreciate all of the hard work that they did to help me. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. So anyway, I bought my plane ticket, and I was just kind of still mind boggled. Like, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually going to be in Korea as a teacher. I'm actually going to be here. So, you know, it was still like, is it real yet? It wasn't real until I was on the plane. It didn't get real until I was on the plane. I was like, oh my God, it didn't. So I had a plane flight from Atlanta to Chicago. Still not real. First of all, because I was freaking out. It was my first plane ride, my very first plane ride ever. So I was already freaking out. Turbulence is freaking me out.
I'm like, oh my God, like, don't fall out of the sky, oh my God.
So I was freaking out about that. So we land in Chicago. I'm good, you know, why am I freaking out? I'm good. So then I get ready to get on my international flight from Chicago to Seoul. So I get on, I'm leaving Chicago on this huge plane. Of course, international flights are pretty big. So I leave Chicago, head to Seoul. I get to Seoul freaking out because, first of all, I had to get from Incheon International Airport to Gimpo, and I had to take the subway station. And this is my first time going on the subway station, and like, thank God there was information online of how to actually get your card, like Metro card, put money on the Metro card, and get from Incheon to Gimpo. So I'm like freaking out. I had to get all my luggage from the Incheon International Airport. I had to get my checked baggage. I was running on the subway. I had 2 big suitcases. I had a backpack and I had a purse. It was awful. And I had a little bit of time because I had to get from Gimpo to Busan in like an hour. So I was like freaking out. or like an hour or two or something. So anyway, I have my luggage and I'm trying to get on the subway. So I get on the subway, I'm like, whew, okay, hurry up, subway, train thing, whatever. I've never been on one before, so this was a new thing. I'm just like, please get me to the right spot. So anyway, I get to Gimpo, I get my bags checked in again to get to Busan. So then I run into my plane. Thankfully, I made my plane, thank God. So then I go from Busan, I go from Gimpo to Busan, flying in the airplane. Of course, again, we have turbulence and I'm freaking out. It's a bunch of Koreans on the plane. I'm like, oh my God, this is like really feeling crazily real right now. I can't believe I'm in South Korea. No more America, South Korea. Can you believe it? It's South Korea. So I'm on the plane, just chilling. Some of the Koreans staring at me like, what are you doing? So anyway, we land in Busan. Get to Busan, get my checked luggage again, and I have someone waiting for me to take me to my hotel to wait until orientation. So like thank God, like the driver, Corvia, set them up for me so that he picked me up and took me to my hotel for a few days before orientation. So I can actually do another video about my first day, first week, like what's going on. So I just wanted to stop the story right there because the video is getting pretty long. But let me tell you, like it really got real. I couldn't believe that I was in Korea. I'm here, I've been here for about 7 months now, and you know, I'm a little bit more comfortable here. Not a little bit, but a lot actually. I'm pretty much used to everything now. Yeah, I think I'll end the story there, and then I can begin another story in a different video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. If anything was confusing, if you have questions about anything, please let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there. I'll work on some more videos for you guys, and I will see you later. Okay, bye. Sorry guys, I forgot one thing, that GOE is different from EPIC and GEPIC. So EPIC and GEPIC begin at the beginning of the semesters, the beginning of spring and the beginning of fall. But GOE is different because they will place you in the middle of the semester. So in my case, you know, I applied for EPIC, and EPIC would have started in August. So since I didn't make EPIC and got into GOE, they actually placed me in a school for October. So I came in the middle of the semester instead of waiting until the spring semester that would start in March. So I didn't have to wait. So I was like, yay! So that was another win. So if the beginning of the semesters don't line up with your schedule, then you can always go to GOE and come, you know, throughout the year. So I just want to say, guys, don't give up. There's always a way to get here to teach. You know, if this is your passion, if this is something that you really want to do, come teach, come experience a new culture. I say go do it. If this is something that you've been thinking about, just do it. I did. You know, it's something I've been thinking about, researching for a very long time, and I just took the plunge. I said, you know what? I can't wait anymore. I need to go. I just need to follow my dreams, follow what I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And I did it by contacting Corvia, and we just got the ball rolling, and now I'm here in Korea teaching, and it's been 7 months. So don't give up, don't be afraid. It's an easy process. Like interviews, they're easy if you prepare. Just make sure you know what you want, make sure you know why you're coming, and you should be fine. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.